I hope everybody's enjoying the episode. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Tales from the Jails. I got a very important announcement to make for anyone looking to get into IDD. It's called intellectual disability housing, where you can make a lot of money in this business, and you don't know where to start. You want to find a company that can help you get it done. Contact TNS Licensing and Consulting. That's TNS Licensing and Consulting. Numbers are 267-534-5053, 267-534-5053. Call now. Don't wait. We can help you get started. We train you on how to run a business. We teach you from A to Z how to get started, so forth and so on. That's TNS Licensing and Consulting. Number 267-534-5053, 267-534-5053. Call now. You want to get into the business, but you don't know how to start. Everybody's saying you can do this, you can do that. Hey, look, listen, as you know, your loved one's getting old. Everyone needs home care. You know, you don't know what agency to go with. You see agencies on the buses, you see agencies in the bathrooms. Everywhere you go, you see home care agencies all around. You don't know what agency to choose from because all of them are saying 401k, you know, all of them have a lot of the same things that they offer. Vacation pay, top dollar. You see it everywhere. So you see these home care agencies and you're trying to pick and choose, trying to weed out the real from the fake. You don't know which agency to choose. You don't know who I'm going to choose, what I'm going to do. What you do is you contact us. No more long lines at the welfare office. No more, waiting for someone to call you back. You don't know who's going to help you. You heard all this stuff before. I'm going to get you your services. I'm going to get your mom approved. I'm going to get your grandmom approved. I'm going to get your brother approved. Whatever. You hear all these things. People want to get you set up, get you going. But you're still sitting at home waiting to get home care services to get approved. Call us. We'll help you. 267-982-0342. 267-982-0342. Contact us. I'll point you in the right direction of what agency to choose. That's 267-982-0342. 267-982-0342. Call now. Welcome everybody to TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Partners, you would say. TNS Media Group is the team and the family. You guys, we know we go live every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. To 10 p.m. In between that time, we'll be starting our live. We're still trying to get a concrete time. We're trying to get our schedule together, but please bear with us. So, I got my counterpart here, Mr. Brahim Jackson. As you know, we're in Partners USA, and TNS Media Group is the team and the family. How you doing, Mr. Jackson? How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. Good morning, Tawfiq. How you feeling this morning?
I'm good. Just can't wait to get started. So, the NFL season is here, man. It's been a lot of disappointment. A lot of teams, surprising teams like the Colts 5-1. Nobody expected that. Eagles.
Not with no Daniel Jones. Nobody expected that.
Daniel Jones is possibly going to win MVP, but
he's on track. He's looking good, but I doubt that. But go ahead.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. But so. The Kansas City Chiefs, as you know, the Kansas City Chiefs have been, making a lot of headlines because they have been getting a lot of calls that people feel like they shouldn't be getting.
Not just this year, a lot of years. But go ahead.
Yeah, throughout the seasons. But it's now coming to a point where everybody are really, really paying attention. People are, making videos and memes or whatever you want to call it in regards to the play calling of the refs and the blunders that's going on in the field. Do you think that the NFL is rigged and geared towards the Chiefs having a successful season, being in the championship games, the playoffs, and all these different things?
I'm not going to say Kansas City. I'm not going to say that the refs, is rigging games for Kansas City's, but do great players get certain calls? Yes. It ain't just Patrick Mahomes. More so probably them than not, but I don't think they're blatantly pushing them to win. It's things that happen. Like if you want to be good and win, you can't let your games get decided by a call or a ref got to intervene, and ultimately the ref decided the game by if he went this way or that way. You know, that let me know that the game was close. You know, for it to even be left in the ref's hands. So you know. But I feel as though that they do favor him some. Like you can't touch him up. Like Brady. Brady was getting all them good old calls. They made a flag after him, the horse collar. No, that wasn't after him. About the throwing the football, and if it's going, it's an incomplete pass, not a fumble. The tuck rule. That was because Grady a great player. So I'm not saying that they're gearing and making calls specifically for Kansas City season. No, the refs have a big job, man. They have a big job. Nay, they're going to be criticized about the calls that they make, all depending on if it's your team or not, whether you like the call or not. But I don't think they're targeting Kansas City like we're going to help them win every game they play. No. This is would be a scandal that'll rock the NFL and they can't come back from. Because if you want to talk like that, you say, all right, New England, when they was on that world tour, when they was running the whole NFL, was the refs cheating for them? You know, being as though this Kansas City is on their, run. Granted, they didn't win 3 Super Bowls back to back, but they keep attending. Yeah. So they're a great team. And, people always look for a flaw in greatness. Oh, the refs. Oh, they cheating. Oh, they did this. That's what comes with being a great player. If you ain't a great player, you're not going to get the calls that a Tom Brady, a Patrick Mahomes, or, world-class talent. They're going to get special calls.
You done?
Yes.
For me, it's blatantly clear and evident that the NFL wants to have Patrick Mahomes on the big screen in the playoffs and the Super Bowl because he sells. So I feel like the refs are gearing a little bit towards Kansas City. I can't lie. I see a lot of things on the field. I see a lot of plays on the field. Like the one pick play where they knocked down the Jaguars player. He was doing a slant and the defender knocked him down, and there was a no call. The pick play at the 2-yard line, whereas you can't pick a receiver.
Catch everything. See, it's easy to go in there and dissect certain things after you lose a game. They don't catch every foul, but every game.
But you got to understand. Even last year in the playoffs, you just look at the calls that Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are getting. I'm not saying that it's rigged or I'm just saying, but you got to pay close attention to some of these calls, some of these missed calls, some of these things that are happening. The Eagles blew them out in the Super Bowl, just undeniably meaning because we just sacked them so much. It just was.
But let me ask you about this, not to cut you off, Sophie. Let me ask you about this one play in the Super Bowl, and it's going to be real to you. When they made Patrick Mahomes fumble, but Jalen Carter was coming through the middle at the same and smacked that man in his face, and I could pull a clip up. Yeah. I just knew that was going to be roughing the passer. They ain't throw the flag.
I think they probably didn't throw the flag because.
But that was outright roughing the passer.
He was already being tackled. So once.
But you still smacking him in his face.
Once your body moves a certain way, you can't really tell whether he's trying to hit him in his face or not.
No, he came straight up that middle, man. Somebody hit his arm and then he smacked him right in the. I'm like,
once he hit the arm, the ball
was out, yes, but it's still roughing the passer.
But they still go
because you have quarterbacks that throw the ball and then still get. After they throw the ball and the flag is thrown. So you can't say that, Sophie.
Yeah, but it's the first initial contact that hit him. So the refs probably saw him getting grabbed by a defender. You can't throw a flag now. If he came down the lane and blanked, just hit him before when nobody was touching him.
No, you can, Sophie. If a person throw the ball and I still get tackled, that's ruffling the passer.
Yeah, but if it's just late. But I mean, you're right. I mean, it's a bang play sometimes.
Exactly.
It could be a bang play where they don't see everything, but. There are some times that you got to pay close attention to what's going on.
But you really believe that the refs is secretly
I'm not saying secret. I'm just saying
or gearing towards them where he can be on big stages. They're trying to help him as much as possible to win games to get to them big games. That's what you're saying.
It's a point of concern for me. I'm not saying that but you have to really pay close attention to what's going on because you can see some of these inconsistencies that's. Leaning more towards Kansas City, in my opinion. Now, Kansas City currently sitting at 3-3. They got it. They played the Raiders this week.
Right.
Raiders are terrible, 2-4. Geno Smith is
because they're terrible.
The Raiders probably never gonna get right, but I see. But this is a divisional game, so
you said the Ravens or the Raiders?
The Raiders.
The Raiders, all right.
Yeah, Las Vegas Raiders. They play the Raiders this week, but the Raiders are a team that's struggling 2-4. Kansas City is still not Kansas City.
But you think about it, the previous years, who Kansas City lose to is the Raiders. It ain't sweet.
Divisional game.
It's a divisional game. The Raiders will pop them and be 1-9 and beat Kansas City. That's why I tell you about them division games.
Yeah, tough.
That ain't given. Just because they in disarray, like we call them, they in disarray, they look dysfunctional, disorganized. Everything is this when it comes to that Raiders team. But Kansas City are going in and get upset. I won't be surprised about it. Should they beat them? Yes, they should. You know, I don't think we'll see how that is being officiated this week. They play this week, right?
Yeah, play this week.
No,
yeah.
They play this week or
Yeah, they play Sunday.
All right, because I wanted to know who played tonight. I forgot who played tonight. I just seen it. Oh, Steelers or someone else.
Yeah,
it's good. Another good division game.
Exactly. So just something to pay attention to in regards to Kansas City, what they have going on. But
I'm gonna keep my eye out for the look of that because me personally, my opinion, Brahim Jackson, I don't see the refs officiating to help Kansas City gain more. You know what's called?
Just think about the AFC Championship game with Buffalo last year. There was a lot of iffy calls in that. Like, come on, man. You gotta be like, come on. Certain things you like, come on. Like, they gave Kansas City a lot of plays now because Patrick Mahomes he's the face of the NFL. Let's think about it. He's the face of the NFL. He's always smiling. He's at every State Farm commercial. He's everywhere.
Gracious.
He's everywhere. Like I see him on every commercial. I mean, I saw one time it was like 6 straight commercials and he was on every one of them. I've never seen that before in my life. So he's the poster child for the NFL. So of course he's gonna get certain plays, certain calls. I'm not saying that it's overwhelming, like it's like all the time, but I'm saying you just gotta pay attention to some of this stuff that's going on. We'll be right back after this commercial break. It's TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. I hope everybody's enjoying the episode. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Tales from the Jails. I got a very important announcement to make for anyone looking to get into IDD. It's called intellectual disability housing, where you can make a lot of money in this business, and you don't know where to start. You want to find a company that can help you get it done. Contact TNS Licensing and Consulting. That's TNS Licensing and Consulting. Numbers are 267-534-5053, 267-534-5053. Call now. Don't wait. We can help you get started. We train you on how to run a business. We teach you from A to Z how to get started, so forth and so on. That's TNS Licensing and Consulting. Number 267-534-5053, 267-534-5053. Call now. You want to get into the business, but you don't know how to start. Everybody's saying you can do this, you can do that. I can show you how to do. We show you how to get it done. We train you, get you prepared to pass the test. Everything you need to do. Contact us now. If you want to get into IDD, no matter what state you're in, you can be anywhere in the U.S. We get it done. That's TNS Licensing and Consulting. You want to get into IDD, contact us. First of all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Tales from the Jail. I have a special announcement to make. We have partnered with the company, TNS Licensing and Consulting. For those of you out there who have an associate degree, a bachelor's degree, or a master's degree, and you're looking to work in a field where you can make over $100K a year. Yeah, I said it, $100K a year. The business is working in the medical field. If you're really serious and you have these degrees and you want to put them to use, you might have went to school, you have all this debt from going to college and you're now working somewhere where you're not sure, what you want to do in your life, or you're working somewhere in which you didn't go to school. You're working somewhere where you don't want to be. We have something for you where you can make over $100K a year. And it's going to be in a field in which you get to deal with those who have mental disabilities. If you're serious and you want to get on track, get your life in order, pay off your debt, contact us, 267-982-0342. That's 267-982-0342. The number's right here. You see the number right here. Reach out to us. Call today. I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Tales from the Jails. Everyone knows that. Hey, look, listen, as you know, your loved one's getting old. Everyone needs home care. You don't know what agency to go with. You see agencies on the buses, you see agencies in the bathrooms. Everywhere you go, you see home care agencies all around. You don't know what agency to choose from because all of them are saying 401k. All of them had a lot of the same things that they offer: vacation pay, top dollar. You see it everywhere. So you see these home care agencies, and you're trying to pick and choose, trying to weed out the real from the fake. You don't know which agency to choose. You don't know who I'm going to choose, what I'm going to do. What you do is you contact us. No more long lines at the welfare office. No more, waiting for someone to call you back. You don't know who's going to help you. You heard all this stuff before. I'm going to get you your services. I'm going to get your mom approved. I'm going to get your grandmama approved. I'm going to get your brother approved. Whatever. You hear all these things. People want to get you set up, get you going. But you're still sitting at home waiting to get home care services to get approved. Call us. We'll help you. 267-982-0342. 267-982-0342. Contact us. I'll point you in the right direction of what agency to choose. That's 267-982-0342. 267-982-0342. Call now. First of all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Tales from the Jail. I have a special announcement to make. We have partnered with the company TNS Licensing and Consulting. For those of you out there who have an associate degree, a bachelor's degree, or a master's degree, and you're looking to work in a field where you can make over $100K a year. Yeah, I said it, $100K a year. The business is working in the medical field. If you're really serious and you have these degrees and you want to put them to use, you might have went to school, you have all this debt from going to college and you're now working somewhere where you're not sure, what you want to do in your life, or you're working somewhere in which you didn't go to school. You're working somewhere where you don't want to be. We have something for you where you can make over $100K a year. And it's going to be in a field in which you get to deal with those who have mental disabilities. If you're serious and you want to get on track, get your life in order, pay off your debt, contact us, 267-982-0342. That's 267-982-0342. The number's right here. You see the number right here. Reach out to us. Call today. All right, so welcome everybody back to TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. So let's jump right into this. So the Eagles,
Right.
our Philadelphia Eagles, our team. We talked about this yesterday. We talked about this all week. We play the Minnesota Vikings this week, right?
Yes, we do.
Vikings coming in. This is a game that Vikings on the schedule. This is a game that we should win. Should the Eagles sit Hurts this game and start? The boy Henny, 6'6". Think that'd be a good idea to sit Hurts down.
His name is Tanner or Henny?
I'm sorry. His name is
Tanner McKee?
Tanner McKee. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Tanner McKee.
Mm-hmm.
Tanner McKee, 6'6", about 230 pounds, somewhere around there. Do you think?
And this is the kid that was lighting up preseason.
Yes.
And the players rallied around him. Well, ain't no starters play though. That's when you was finding out about the other little wide receiver that we had got.
Do you think he's a better fit right now for the offensive struggles? You think he's right now?
Right now, I can't really say that. I would go on a limb and say that if we had an offensive coordinator in place right now, I'm not going to sit Hurts right now.
Why do people keep blaming on? I don't think it's the offensive coordinator.
Well, who is it?
It's a player.
Who is it, Toffee?
He overthrew.
Now he overthrew. Go ahead.
I'm just
go
saying.
ahead. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it.
You can't blame the offensive coordinator for missed passes.
Absolutely correct.
AJ Brown deep down the middle of the field. AJ Brown
stopped running.
He slowed up a little bit. I give him that. But
he's overshot him a couple times.
Smitty wide open on the left side of the field, wide open touchdown, which would have changed the Giants game around. The interception he threw. That's not the offensive coordinator. We in the red zone. That's not the offensive coordinator's fault. He got us to the red zone. That was a bad read by Hurts. Now, what I'm saying to you is,
I agree with that.
Do you give Tanner McKee an opportunity right now at this time of the season and say, hey, listen,
we 4-2, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I'll wait till we come back off this bye. This week we play, not this week, but next week, right?
We play.
Not this weekend, right?
No, we had a bye after the Giants. We play the Vikings and we play the Giants.
No, I'm talking about. But this week we got a bye, right?
No, we play.
So last week.
We played last Thursday, Thursday night game. Now we play Sunday. the 19th. We play the Minnesota Vikings. Then we play the New York Giants. Then we got a bye week. Then we got
then we got a bye week. Okay.
Then we got Green Bay and the Lions back to back.
Now I wouldn't make no decision on trading Hurts till we get to the bye. I mean, excuse me, not trading him, but benching him. We got to see what he's doing, because this should not be no hard task for Jalen Hurts, Minnesota Vikings. Would you agree?
Minnesota Vikings is a good team.
But would you agree that it's a hard task for him? He's not playing the likes of Pittsburgh Steelers. He was looking good some against some good defenses. Like Denver. Denver got a pretty good defense. Yeah. They shut him down at one whole half, but when he came back alive, he was doing his thing. He opened up a little bit. I don't know what it is that's in this man's head, because he's missing a lot of reads, man. A lot of reads, and that's throwing-wise. Yeah. And in turn, we can't even get the running game started because they keeping 5-6 in the box. They ain't letting Saquon get no 2,000 yards again.
No.
So, but the pass opens up the run because they got to back up now. You keep constantly hitting 8, 12, 15, 30 here on both sides. Then you got Garner running like a wild deer down the middle, and he hitting that. Until he start correcting his passing and seeing the field. I don't know if he's seeing the field or he keying in on A.J. Brown because they had a dispute, not a dispute, but a topic the week prior. A.J. Brown not getting enough, because I see him throw to A.J. Brown 4 different times and it was incomplete. Yeah. You're forcing the ball when it's somebody else open. Yes. So now I don't know if you were trying to appease certain players. He got to get out his head, man. That's my opinion. I don't know what y'all gonna think, but I think he's in his head. And I would say don't bench him yet. Wait till we get to the bye. Now, if he go in there and play Minnesota and looking nutty, don't complete a pass at the halftime. You go back, Giants come see us in our crib, and they gut us again like they did. Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna start saying I see why you went from Alabama to Oklahoma.
We have an opportunity where we can lose 4 straight.
No. Absolutely not.
I'm
if we
saying,
lose, no.
I'm just saying.
Now you over here talking blasphemy. Don't you dare.
Giants.
Vikings scare you?
Yes, a little. Yes, they have a good receiver. They have
Do Vikings scare you more than the Giants?
They both are the same to me, in my opinion. They both are. They give me the same amount of concern. But then after that, you got the Lions and the Packers back to back. Then you got the Cowboys again and the Bears. So this is a tough stretch for the Eagles right now. We got to win. We have to win these 2 games. We got to beat Minnesota and we got to beat the Giants. So for me, I don't think it's a good time to put Tanner McKee in there. And I'm not saying that he's the best option right now to turn this ship around. I just say that we have to win these next 2 games. We got to focus on the Vikings. We got to win this game. We have to win this game. You cannot lose this game to the Vikings. If you lose this game to the Vikings,
I can't agree with that.
You see the schedule? You got the Vikings. We got to win this game. Then you got a divisional game. Then you got 2 Super Bowl contenders coming in here that you're playing. The Packers and the Lions. Those 2 teams are better than.
They be the teams we beat.
Okay, I mean.
They be the teams that we would turn it up on. But Jalen Hurts, bro. I'm seeing something with Jalen Hurts that people always been pointing out, but I overlooked it because we was having great, games and stuff like that. We won the Super Bowl. But he has to get out of his head. I don't know what's going on with Jalen Hurts. Like, he has an arsenal at his disposal, man.
Yes.
There is no way. But then, like, when I talk like this, right, when I talk about his flaws, when he get in them big games, man, he performed, man. And you can't sit here and deny that. Both Super Bowls, the Super Bowl he lost, the Super Bowl he won, he was out the better quarterback in both Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. Was he not?
Yes.
So there's something going on there because he can play. It ain't like he can't play. We talking about a player that's been showing us nothing but trash. Mm-hmm. He can play. I don't know if it's a family issue or if it's an on-team issue. I don't know what it is, but people, they got to sit down and they got to talk about something, man. They got to do something, man, because Jalen Hurts ain't going to keep winging it. As you can see, we 4-2 now.
Yes, we 4-2.
Because we could easily be 2-4. Mm-hmm. Them games that kind of went our way and with a flip of the ball and all that. Like, come on, man. Exactly. Who not completing a pass at halftime for 2 whole quarters? You won't complete one. I don't think I've never heard of this. You?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Like, I'm talking about watching a football game, college, and the collegiate level and the NFL level. A whole half, you don't complete one pass? Man, that's crazy.
I just think,
and I don't think that's not skill. Not to cut you off, it's something going on with him mentally.
Yeah.
That's not skill because we know the boy can play. He's improved it. He done been on big stages.
He won a Super Bowl. Yes. He won a Super Bowl.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think Jalen Hurts really need to take a look at himself and sit back and evaluate what he got going on moving forward. But I wouldn't bench him right now until we get to our bye. If he's showing that he's still nutty, how he been these first 6 games of the season, because he ain't looked good in none of them to me, except the one comeback win. But you had a comeback win because you didn't do nothing the whole first half. So therefore, you ain't look good. Period. Like, when can you put together, all right, you're going to have your miscues and, like, you're doing it at an alarming rate.
Yeah, alarming rate.
Like it's bothering me right now.
So, I think it's not the right time to bench.
You agree with me that you wouldn't bench him?
Yeah, I wouldn't bench him right now.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't bench him.
I just say he has his work cut out.
But come that bye, that's when we're going to make the decision if he getting benched or not. These next 2 games are pivotal for Jalen Hurts. I'm talking about, if I was the coach, I'll be right there, and I'll let him know. I'm going to see I'm going to give you the ball. You got the ball. It's up to you to lose it. But I'm going to evaluate you these 2 games. Now, you can't do nothing if the O-line ain't blocking and they kind of sacking him. All right, cool. O-line up here playing like trash right now. That's not Jalen Hurts' fault because you need that line to block the complete passes.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you got time like how he been having, and he patting it back there looking crazy, nah. You going to a pick 6, but this man, Devontae Swift, and ain't a player near him. How you don't see that? You not scanning the field? Is you crazy? Now, I'm going to sit back, like I said, and observe these next 2 games, and these are decent enough foes. I ain't going to say they trash, Minnesota and Giants. You can tell the Giants ain't trash when they play this. They look like they ready to go to the Super Bowl.
Once again, divisional games. They are trap games for you, especially for a team that came up.
And they're a young, up-and-coming team.
And one thing the Eagles got to worry about is that we are the hunted. We won a Super Bowl last year.
So people, yeah, exactly. You're exactly right, Toffee.
Other question we have for today is Saquon Barkley season so far, 3.4 yards per carry, 325 yards on 95 attempts. Is this season so far for him a disappointment? What do you think?
Now what now?
Saquon Barkley, 3.4 yards per carry, 325 yards on the season, 95 attempts so far. Is this season a disappointment for Saquon so far? Is he disappointed? After 2,000 plus yards last year.
No, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so at all because the season's just started. You know they're not letting that man try to put up 2,000, nowhere near 2,000 yards, man. So they're coming prepared. Each team, like you said, not only are we hunted because we're the Super Bowl reigning champs, but we got a My Little Pony back there that will run you in the dirt if y'all don't clog and people know that. They know that very well from last year. They know we have a great offensive line when playing right, and they know that this man will run you in the ground if you play with him. So now their game plan is put everybody up. And then you see our passing ain't working right. You see, we just talked about that. The passing is not working right. If the passing was working right, that opens up for the run. Because that means defenders is backing up. Linebackers is backing up, watching these tight ends and wide receivers. You can't, so I'm not putting that on Barkley right now. I can see if we was throwing that joint, chucking it all over the field, and everybody 5-10 yards back from the line of scrimmage because they want to stick to wide receivers and Barkley still can't do nothing. No, all they got to do is shut the run down. He can't throw right now. So no, I'm not putting that on Barkley right now. Again, I would make not a decision, but I would make some changes after the bye. I got to see what's going on now. Everything one thing about the football sport, it's a team sport. It's really a team sport. In order for Jalen Hurts to look good, the offensive line got to be playing right. In order for Saquon Barkley to run the ball, they got to pass a little bit to open it up, to soften the defense up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? In order for, the defensive line to get there, the DBs got to be covering. You understand what I'm saying? So the quarterback ain't got time to throw the ball, so he holding it a little too longer. And then the defensive line, it's a team sport.
And vice versa.
It's all a team sport. So something is not happening for Saquon Barkley not to get the money that he's supposed to get.
Yeah. So for me, this is a disappointing season so far. I'll say why I say that. Because we had high expectations. We look at Saquon as a game changer. He hasn't been very effective in these games. He hasn't been putting his stamp on these games. And like you said, it's a team sport, so possibly because of the offensive line. But I'm saying just overall, because the run game is the running back and the offensive line, this is a disappointing season. This is the start so far. Not saying how it's going to end, but the start of the season right now for him, for me, is a disappointment. Because I was expecting him to maybe have 600 yards so far right now. Somewhere around there.
But ain't no running back looking good right now in the league except Bijan Robinson.
I'm talking about Saquon Barkley.
Well, yeah.
The Madden cover, all the hype, the backwards hurdle, all those different things. What I was expecting from Hurts this season was to have not 2,000 yards, but maybe somewhere around 15 to 1,800 yards this season. But doesn't look like he's going to get it. He may crack 1,200 yards this season, but he's not going to.
1,200 yards. You say 1,200,000.
I said 1,000.
1,000. Okay.
1,000, 1,200 yards.
Okay.
So he's going to have, possibly somewhere around there. I don't think that he's going to, crack that, do the 1,800, 2,000. But so far it is disappointing. But I do expect him to get on track. He's going up against the Vikings. The Vikings have the 21st ranked run defense in the league, and then they got the Giants again. But the Giants, they have a chip on their shoulder because he played there, so he has to go. Then he has Green Bay, Micah Parsons in the game, and then the Lions is not sweet
at all.
So he has this,
he has work cut out for him.
And then after they got the Cowboys, so everybody's geared up to stop Saquon right now, and they're putting a lot of pressure on Hurts to pass the ball.
Got to pass the ball.
Hurts is going through what he's going through, so it's just an overall, situation where they got to go in and fix a lot of things.
Yeah,
but
they just got
I
to
think
go
the
in.
Eagles can figure it out at some point.
I think so too, and get rid of offensive coordinator. That's
nah.
Okay.
We not. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? You see this man.
You just said that Hurts is not doing what he got to do. The offensive line is banged up. Why would you get rid of the offensive coordinator right now?
This is vanilla. They playing out of the shotgun too much. Their plays is predictable.
They played out of the shotgun last year a lot.
No, they did not.
Why didn't they?
Are you crazy? Not like he is now at this rate.
You never seen him under center? When you ever seen Jalen Hurts under center?
A lot. Last year especially. He was under center a lot in that Super Bowl.
Man, listen, the Eagles have the same offense last year. We just have a lot of issues. Offensive line been banged up. Quarterback not playing that well. So a lot of different things are going into play while we're losing games. But on the offensive side of the ball, I just think that it's not a good idea to fire offensive coordinator. Not a good idea at all. I would not suggest that right now. I would think that you give him some time. Let Hurts figure it out because he hasn't been playing very, very well. He only has one interception. So one interception is very, very good. 8 touchdowns, 1 interception.
That's very good.
That's the bright spot, but he's not hitting the receivers like he's supposed to, not on duty. But we'll see what happens. So I want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. Anything else you want to add in regards to the Eagles today?
Man, get it right. Get it right, because if I was the head coach, you got to the bye. It's going to be a lot of changes, Jalen Hurts. Offensive line for Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown. Everybody, it's a team sport. It's not on just one person.
Yeah.
That's it.
I agree. So you heard it here first. It's TBISE, the best in sports entertainment.